Hello, this is Mike Senn. I'm going to swap out what I think is a faulty air intake sensor. Currently it's giving me that check engine light. I've got a code reader connected to the vehicle. You can find the code that comes up. Let's see what this one says. Read code. Yep, okay. And it is the intake air temperature sensor, circuit high. It popped up occasionally. Troubleshot it. Probably the sensor. I didn't stick to my buy once, cry once way of doing things, and I bought the cheapest one I found on Amazon. Now I'm changing that one out. It's garbage. Let's go over how you remove it. Erase that code. Yes. If you got one of these, they're fantastic. All right, first let's locate the air intake sensor. That's the little demon right there that I think is causing me the problem. Well, I know it's causing me a problem. It might not be the only problem. I've changed out the air filter and looked at anything else that could be obstructing the air intake. See if there really was a problem it should be warning me about. I'm pretty sure it's a faulty sensor. So I'm going to remove that. One of the tools I'll use is a dental pick. You could use a flat screwdriver because there is a little detent you need to pop up to be able to twist it off. There we go. It's now removed. Pretty much just twist it out. I might have broken the snap last time. Came out pretty easy. It fits in there snugly when it's correct. All right, so I'm going to compare this to the other one that I just bought. This does not really look like the original one that I took out. The original little tip was blue, and it looked better. The one I just received yesterday, the replacement, looks more like the original equipment. Here's why I use the dental pick. That little piece right there needs to be depressed in so that this will slide out. That guy right there, that's what gets pushed in, so this will slide out. Let's compare the two. This is the one I'm taking out right now. This is what I believe to be faulty. It's what it looked like when I got it. That didn't turn that way. But you know, I spent the $11 on apparently the cheap Chinese knockoff. And this is the one that goes for a little more than 40, all right? That looks a lot more. As a matter of fact, that looks exactly like the one that I took out. This does say that it's an original Mopar part. I think this one claimed the same too, but 1/4 the price, right? That was silly of me. So anyways, this is the one I'm taking out. I believe that to be the problem. You know, maybe it wasn't. I'm hoping that this is the problem and that I'm not going to have to deal with this again. This is the one that I'm going to put in now. And that looks a lot like the one I came out, the blue tip and all that stuff. So time to put this piece in. And I'm going to show the part number here. I didn't need it to find it. I just kind of did a search on air intake sensors. You might want to use that part number if you're looking for exactly what you have. This is a 2020 Ram 1500 Rebel. So they're probably year specific, not necessarily model specific. All right, so now I'm going to put this in, which should be relatively easy. See if it's easy enough for me to do with just one hand. It's going to snap into that connector. There, it clicked. Like I said, that's that little gray button there. That's the part you have to depress to take this out. It's easy once you find it. And then this, you know what? I'm not looking at it. Hey, maybe I'm filming it, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But let's just turn this till it feels like it's going to slide in, because there's a couple of notches that'll let it go in. You don't want to force it. Once it goes in, it'll twist into place. There we go. It's in. Now, I'm going to drive it for a while. The other one was giving me a light almost immediately. Come on. And then we're talking a very short trip. So the engine really didn't even need to get warm at all. I turned it off. The light wouldn't be there. But next time I started up, I would have an indication that there was a problem and I'd have to clear the code. I was driving around for about a week with my code clearer hooked in constantly, just because it is an issue. And if you have a Ram app that you can start your truck, start your vehicle from away using your phone, does not work. if you have an engine indications. You lose some of your ability to remote start the vehicle and other things.